Hello friends, today has been a tiring day. Maybe drinking orange juice will refresh me. Here's a bottle of orange juice squash which reads mix orange squash and water in the ratio 1:3. What do we mean by ratio? A ratio represents the comparison of two quantities in terms of how many times. So the ratio of squash to water is 1:3 suggests that for every one part of squash used, we should use 3 parts of water. So I took 1 cup of squash and mixed it with 3 cups of water to make my juice perfectly tasty. I'm wondering, what if we use 2 cups of squash? Then we would add 6 cups of water to this. Here is a table showing the number of cups of squash used and the corresponding cups of water added. The ratios in different cases are 2:6, 3:9, etc. But notice that each ratio, when reduced and expressed in the lowest form, is 1:3. This means that all these ratios are equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios are obtained by multiplying or dividing both the terms of the ratio by the same number. Now, I decided to mix the squash and water in different ratios. In the first jar, I mixed the orange squash and water in the ratio 2:3. So for every 2 parts of the squash, I must add 3 parts of water. In the second jar, I mixed orange squash and water in the ratio 3:4. So for every 3 parts of squash, we must add 4 parts of water. Which of the two preparations will be sweeter? For the same, we must compare the ratios 2:3 and 3:4. Let us learn how to compare two ratios. Step 1. Write the ratio as a fraction. So we will write 2:3 as 2/3 and 3:4 as 3/4. Step 2. Express the fraction in its simplest form. In this case, the fraction is already in its simplest form. Step 3. Find the LCM of the denominators. The LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Step 4. Convert the fractions to like fractions with the LCM as their denominator. On converting 2/3 and 3/4 to like fractions, we get 8/12 and 9/12. Step 5. Compare the numerators of the like fractions. Since 8 is less than 9, we can say that 8/12 is smaller than 9/12. Step 6. Rewrite the fractions as ratios with the correct comparison sign. Thus, we can say that 2:3 is less than 3:4. Therefore, the preparation in the second jar is sweeter than the first jar. So this was about comparing ratios. See you next time.